Okay, so we've done the lines. That's how you draw your lines. One of the most basic things you need to learn about CAD just before we go any further is your two windows. You have a blue window and a green window. Your blue window is you pick up a point and drag to the right, it'll create a blue window. You drag to the left, it'll create a green window. And these two windows, very important. So if you want to pick up an object, and say you want to pick up this object here, this line, if I use the blue window and cover it, it will only pick up the line that is completely surrounded by my blue window. If I want to use the green window, then anything the green window touches will be picked up. Blue window doesn't, green window does. So you see the way the two things work. So if you want to isolate, if you've got an object that is in amongst a lot of other objects, you can completely surround it just with the blue window, so it'll only pick up the item that's surrounded. Whereas if you just want to get rid of a few objects, green window, and it'll pick everything up. Obviously you can still pick things up individually, but it's a lot easier using the windows. Like I say, green window, blue window, green window. So moving on from lines, obviously we know how to draw lines, delete. Polylines. Now a polyline is a joined line, it's a group of lines. Now polylines are quite useful if you want to draw shapes, if you want to draw a single shape. A polyline works exactly the same way as a line, however a polyline you can use to create a square. So you get the 3 points. If I drag it up a little bit and click C, enter, it'll close my object and it'll create an object. So this has created an object rather than just a group of lines. I can still explode this object, so if I click X, enter, and click it, enter, I can turn a polyline into a group of lines, just the same way as I can turn a line into a polyline using join. But for creating shapes and joined up objects, anything like that, it's always easier to use polyline than it is to use line and then join them together. So polyline is up here. You can either click it there, and you can see I'm using a polar tracking. That's how you create a box. Or type PL, enter, and you get your polyline. Now if I do this and I click close, it'll close my polyline, see? So C, when you're drawing a polyline, if you move your polyline in the direction of where you want to finish it, the line you want to finish it at, and click C, enter, it will join the polyline up and it will create it into an object. So like I say, it's a lot easier using polyline if you want to create joined up objects than it is using line and then joining them together. You can join them together, like I said before. P-edit, so PE is polyline edit. Select polyline. Do you want to turn it into one? It says yes, it says no. So you say yes. And these are all the different things you have, all the different options you have for a polyline. So there's a lot of things we'll go through with spline, decurve and all this. But the way I'm going to do it, I'm going to join my objects together. So again, you look at the first letter on them words, J. So I'm going to join it, enter. I'm going to select all of these objects with the green or the blue window, doesn't matter. Click enter again. There's my polyline. And it say in the properties, it'll tell you it's a polyline. See?